This just might be the largest pile of garbage bagged clothes I have ever seen at a thrift store before. Hey guys, my name's Tanya. Guess what today is? It's Thrifting Day. Are you guys ready to go? We're actually going to go to New Orleans today. Alicia and Jasmine are on their way here, so I hope we find some great stuff in New Orleans today. Every single time I go over there, I always come back with quite a few pieces, and let's cross our fingers that today is no exception. The only difference is normally we go over there on a Wednesday so that we can get the half off deals at Salvation Army, but we were all busy on Wednesday this week, so we're going on a Tuesday. So cross your fingers for us. Let's hit those stores. Our first stop is the Goodwill in Kenner, and this one's pretty big and usually my favorite store when we come over here. Say hi. Why is it every time I come over here the half off color is red? Oh well, I guess that's today's color. That's what we're going to be looking for. They've moved stuff around here, I noticed. For some reason they have the scrubs over here. I thought I saw figs, but I didn't. So we're going to go ahead and head on over to this wall of shoes. This is where they keep all their shoes. Sometimes they would keep them on the window that we just passed on these like shelving racks, but those are all gone. I don't know what they did with them all. But let's check out and see what we can find here real quick. Now there's like this huge empty space right here in the middle of the floor, and this used to have like tons of metal racks right here and had a bunch of shoes on there. So I really don't know where half of their shoes have gone, but I do see these cute pair of Vionics. Vionics are one of my favorite brands to sell. I just sold actually 2 pair of boots recently from Vionics. So one I got at a estate sale and another one I got at America's Thrift Store. These are only $6 and they are a size 8. So, I mean, I could wear them if I don't sell them. They are super cute, but I'm pretty sure I'm going to end up selling these. They'll probably sell for right around, it's usually like $28 to $32 for the Vionics. Even the flip-flop sandals, they do pretty well. I was kind of hoping that these were Crocs, but unfortunately they're not. They're just made to look like Crocs, so I'm gonna leave these right here. These are a pair of Allegrias, and they do have this pretty cool pattern on them. So all Allegrias have like a style number on the inside. If you ever go to look them up, they're pretty easy to look up. Just type in the name Allegria, type in the style number that's on there, and you can Google it pretty easy. So I'm going to put these in the buggy, and then we're going to look them up in a little while and see if they're worth getting or not. These are a pair of Coach in 4. So this is kind of like the lower end of Coach. And I don't know, these don't really bring a whole lot of money. So I'm just going to leave these here. And looky here, another pair of what I thought was Crocs that are not Crocs, unfortunately. Well, let's see if we can actually find anything in the tops today. Tops usually do pretty well. There's a few brands that I love. I do love this brand. This is IC by Connie K. This is a size small, but it's kind of funky. So it's a nice little tunic, and it has this like fake leather detail on the arms. And most of their tops here are like $4.99. I do love the pricing here. because for the most part, they price according to what it is and not different prices for each piece, which is what a lot of thrift stores are starting to do. This does have a little pull down here, but I might be able to snip that off. So I think I'm going to go ahead and just get this and put it in my buggy. And then you guys know that we always go to the front of the store before we leave just to make sure there's no other hidden damage that we didn't see. I did end up coming across this new with tags Hawaiian shirt, and it was made in Hawaii. So I do like looking up these types of shirts because some of these brands do really well. And again, it is a new with tag item. So I was looking to see if it was made of like linen or silk or anything like that, but it wasn't. But I'm going to go ahead and just put this in my buggy and we'll check it out later. See what we can get for it. It's still only $5, so you never know. And then I was just saying how much I like their pricing. And what do we have here? These were on sale for $5 and they're trying to get 7 for them. So yeah, there's always that. I did come across this pair of Giorgio Armani. These are women's dress pants. But you know how sometimes the crotch gets like stretched out and it's called puckering? Well, this happened to the pockets. So if you just see the pockets here in the front, they don't lay right. They are like all puckered out. And there's just a tad bit of puckering down here too. But yeah, these are definite pass based upon those pockets. This is a brand that I don't do very well with. Maybe a couple of different style dresses I might pick up, but this is Bowden, and it's just one of those brands that very slow mover. So even though these were cute, I left them here. But this is a pair of pants that I will definitely pick up. These have all the right things going for it. They are Eileen Fisher. They are organic linen. They are cropped. They are wide leg. They're only $6 and they're pull-on. Definitely getting those. This brand is a new brand to me, David Lerner, and it does appear that there are a few of these faux leather pants. So I'm going to go ahead and pick these up and give them a try. They look brand new, like they haven't even been worn. I should be able to get around 28 to 30, I think. Then I found this plain black dress on the end of the men's rack. So it felt really thick and nice. It was like $7. So I couldn't see, like, it's just so plain. And I looked at the zipper and it had a YKK zipper, which means it's probably quality. So I went ahead and unzipped it to look at the brand, and it is Vixen by, I think it's like Micheline or Micheline Pitt. Never heard of it before, looked it up, and I'll be listing for around $100. And then I found this. This one is the Mighty Mac, but there's also Big Mac shirts. And as long as they are made in the USA, and this one is, these flannel shirts, they're made like back in the 90s. You can usually get right around $30 for these. So this was in excellent condition, and it was a 2X. So this was a definite pickup for me. Then we popped on over to the men's pajama section. You can find some pretty good stuff over here. I did end up finding a polo Ralph Lauren new with tags. This is like the window pane plaid. I'm going to pay $10 for this. I know it's a lot, but I saw a sold comp for $65, so we're getting it. These I'm not selling, but I wanted to show them to you. These are Athleta jeans. I didn't really know Athleta made jeans. I guess it's a first for me, but I'm buying these suckers for myself. So yeah, if you're looking for some jeans, these are nice. This is a bread and butter for me. These are men's Nike golf pants. This is a great size. They're not super expensive to buy. They're only $6, and these will usually sell right around $30 or so all the time. I never have an issue selling these, like, ever. This brand is always iffy for me, but I bought it based upon style and material. These are Madewell. They're a plus size. They're a linen blend. I'm going to pay $6 for them, but they're a wide leg and a drop crotch. I'm going to go ahead and pick these up. This is the Big Mac shirt again. I just wanted to remind you that if you're new to reselling, always check the buttons, including the cuffs, because I have been burned way too many times on not checking and be missing a dang button. I found these pants on a new rack that came out. These are cool. KUHL. These are men's pants. I'm going to pay $6 for these. These are a great size, and this is a great brand to pick up. I saw it on the button before I even looked on the inside, and I knew I was getting them, so I just threw them in my buggy. But these will always sell between the $30 and $40 mark. So remember when we picked up this IC by Connie K in the beginning of the video? Well, brought it up here to the light, and there was the one pull, but then there was actually way more than the one pull. So sadly, I had to leave it. And I also had to leave these Allegrias. I mean, the comps looked okay on them, but again, these are a comfort shoe, and this is something you have to watch out for. I pushed down on those insoles. They were pretty much crushed in the heels, so not worth reselling. And this is what I'm leaving with. I just have this stacked pile right here in the front of my buggy, and all the ones hanging in the front are the ones that I ended up leaving behind. And we did pretty good today, not too bad. I ended up spending $76.32, and hopefully I can make that back just in that dress. Heading to a new Chinese restaurant for lunch. It's called Jumbo Buffet here in Kenner. Let's check it out. This is my plate, and everything was pretty good. That's Jasmine's, and of course Alicia's over there. And here's my fortune. Our greatest glory is not in never falling, but in rising every time we fall. Now we're going to check out a thrift store that we've never been before. It's called Thrift City, USA. So let's check this out. So we really want blue and green. Just looking it over, this store is huge, and there is tons and tons of clothes, and they are all packed in the racks like sardines. And then look at that heaping pile of bagged clothes on the other side of that wall. Oh my gosh. We have been in here over an hour so far, and these are just the few items I've been able to find. And to be honest, I'm not even sure I'm keeping what's in my buggy so far. It's crazy. Some of these prices are extremely high. I seen that they had the discounts, but it's still not really worth it so far. I'm going to flip through these pants just so that you can see. They individually mark every single piece of clothing that's in here. They don't do a base pricing like all pants are one price, all shirts are one price, yada yada. They price every single pair of pants differently, which to me, when you have an overabundance of items like they do, you should just be doing base pricing, because you really have more quantity than you do quality. So when you have something like that, it's not a consignment store, it's a thrift store, and you really should be pricing according, especially when you see stuff like this, where, I mean, you can barely move some of these hangers. This isn't too bad in this section, but I can tell you my arms already hurt from some of the other sections that I was in. That's just nuts. One of the things that I do when I come into thrift stores where they're doing pricing like this on their clothing, I'll usually go to the linen section, because linens are usually priced a lot cheaper. There are specific things that I look for. I'm usually looking for like the initials RH for Restoration Hardware. I'm looking for Pottery Barn. I'm looking for higher end linens. Ralph Lauren linens do extremely well. I've made a ton of money off of that. Pillowcases are another linen that I look for. I look for pairs of pillowcases for pillow covers, pillow shams. And again, I'm looking for either by design, if it has like a Southwest pattern, that does pretty good. If it has like a lodge pattern with like black bears, stuff like that does pretty well. People like to do themes in their bedrooms, so I'll look for stuff like that, along with, you know, higher end brands or materials. So I've done really well with that. Linen, what was it? It was like a linen bed skirt. I did really well with that. It was called Pine Hill was the brand name. And so now I'm always looking for Pine Hill items. But yeah, when you're in the thrift store and you have crazy prices like that, go check out the linens, because that's where you can usually get pretty good pricing. and do fairly well. I also, when I'm looking at pillowcases, I'm also looking for like vintage pillowcases, like 70s patterns, pillowcases made in the USA. Those are the types of things that I'm looking for. I did come across this pretty wild apron. Look at this. Now, y'all know I love to gamble, so this is a pretty cool apron to me. It is new with tags, so this could be a possibility. I'll have to check it out and see if it's actually worth anything or not. But I've sold Starbucks aprons before. That's done pretty well. I just recently sold a McDonald's apron. So yeah, you would be surprised. People do like to buy aprons. So this is a possibility. Another piece of linen that I look for is baby blankets, specifically the ones that have satin trim on them, and this one does. So I'm going to check it out. I need to see what brand it is. Satin trim baby blankets usually do pretty well for me. This one's called Bunnies by the Bay. So I'm going to show you the tag here in just a second so that you can look out for it as well. Some of these patterns do really, really well. This one will probably only sell for between $20 and $25, but I'm only going to pay, I think, $3.99 for it. So these are super easy to list and take photographs of. So I love selling baby blankets. So this is the one and only piece of clothing that I even bought from here, and it's only because they were half off. So these are a pair of Athleta joggers. So yeah, these were the only pair that I took. I did end up grabbing the baby blanket. Like I said, should bring around 20. And I did end up grabbing this apron. It'll probably only bring around $20, but I did grab it because it was new with tags. And guess what? You guys probably noticed it in the video. It's missing one whole side. So I'm not even sure if I'm going to sell it or not. I might sell it new with defects. I don't know. Maybe at least try to get my money back. That's what I get for not checking. And I ended up spending a whopping $11.43 at this thrift store. Well, here's another tip for you. Don't try to leave New Orleans at 5 o'clock. I have no idea what I was thinking, but don't forget, Alicia's video is linked down below in the description. I hope you all have a great weekend, and as always, I'll see you in the next one. Bye!